Hey, what's up everybody? John from Old Riding Farm here. Thanks for joining us. In today's video, we are going to be putting together an Aivituvin chicken coop. And just a note, this video is sponsored by them, and we're going to have a link in the description down below that will give us a little bit of a commission if you decide to buy from us. So this is the first time we've ever had a sponsored video. This company reached out to us and asked us to put a video together of us setting up this coop. Now, I will be completely honest with you guys, we have set up coops like this in the past, ones that we've gotten from Tractor Supply, and we did not have good results with them. Animals dug right under and actually took out a flock of chickens. But anyway, so I'm going to put this together and I'll give you my honest reviews about it. Let's get going. Alright, so just got the whole thing unboxed, and my initial thought, I was impressed with the roof because that's made out of actual plywood, so it's nice and heavy. All the rest of the material is, really light wood. There were a couple pieces that came through broken, like this piece right here, which this is going to be the nesting box floor. So like this little piece was off. And this is probably just pine, and this is like pressed particle board or OSB or something. Not a big deal to stick this back in there because this is going to be what holds the divider between the nesting boxes. So no big deal there. Everything else seems sort of standard for this type of coop. It reminds me a lot of the coop that we bought from Tractor Supply, although this one is much, much, much cheaper. I will give you my honest opinion on this. I will not disparage anybody because it was very nice of them to send us a free coop. But if I don't like it, I will be honest about it. That I can guarantee you. Alright, so we got an instruction manual here. We got a bunch of screws. Some of the pieces were like labeled A, B, C, D. I don't see a label on this one. Oh, it is. Looks like all the pieces are stamped with A, B, C, D, which is helpful. And it looks like they also labeled and individually packaged all of the screws. So that's good. I can tell you, I put together my Woodland Mills sawmill, which cost a heck of a lot more than this. They didn't label anything. Boy, I wish they did. All right, so now I feel pretty confident with my ability to just toss the instruction manual on this one, but I'll go through and do it anyway. Look through it, so I'll be right back. All right, so everything seems pretty straightforward, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting this thing together. So it's all done, and it was pretty easy to put together, actually. There were the instructions were very similar to IKEA instructions. They actually had more words, and no joke, and this is no joke, they did actually include one extra screw per kind, and that is confirmed, I think. So anyway, so there's a couple things that I like about this, and a couple things that I don't. Again, the roof, very strong. That's good. I do like that they have this clear panel right here. Although I gotta tell you, that's Coroplast. It's not gonna be very strong. There's this little weather strip thing here. So you can see this is to keep like rainwater out of the nesting boxes, so it covers this gap. Not a huge fan of that, but it's, you know, an interesting solution to a problem. They have all of these spring-loaded latches for the doors, so that when you want to open it, you just kind of push that behind there. Here, let me get a better view of that. So here's the little latch, which basically just holds the door shut. And if you want to open it, you bring it like that, and then you can open the door up. And then when you close it, spring-load it to keep it shut. So we have a little door here for the run. There's another door right here, I guess if you want to let them out. And yeah. So I mean, overall, I would say, and so this model is the AIR 32. And I'll flash the price point up on the screen right over here. I would say that this is the quality that I would expect for the price that it is. So it's a very inexpensive coop. You can see the other thing, actually, I do like to have a little locking latch right here. This is a nifty little gadget for your nesting boxes. And you know, it's the standard, I don't know if anybody has ever bought an inexpensive, you know, prefab coop like this. It's pretty similar. They have the two nesting boxes. They have those little roosting bars. I do like this little gizmo. It'd be nice to lock that to make sure that things don't get in. Interesting little locking mechanism, if I can figure out how to do it. There it is. And then it does have a clean out tray. I did find that mine was a little difficult to get out, although that could be due to the squareness. Let me see if I can actually get this thing out of here. Yeah, so with some effort that comes out. Although I think the problem with it is me, and just that this is not totally like square. All right, so for us, you know, obviously with our super expensive chickens, we're not going to be housing them in just this, but we were thinking that we could put this in one of our current chicken coops in the run to sort of keep the breeds separate. You know, if we wanted to have an Ayam Cemani rooster and put them with some silk white Easter egg or hens and see what comes out, this will be a good way to keep the breeds separate. I think this will be good. This will probably be good for 2 or 3 chickens. But again, so the things that I like about this, it's inexpensive, which is great. It's easy to put together, which is also great. They shipped it really fast, great. And the instructions were pretty easy to follow. Things that I don't love about it, the hardware cloth is very thin gauge. It's not your normal, I forget exactly what gauge it is, but it is a little bit thin. It does seem to be well secured on there, so not terribly worried about that. The clean out tray was a little hard to get out, but I think that may have just been me. You know, so honestly, so this is not like my cup of tea. You know, obviously we have, you know, 250 chickens or whatever. We're not going to be using a bunch of these. But I think if you are a beginning chicken person and you have a way to secure this, I think this would probably be a good start. So the mistake that we made with our old coop that we had like this was that we didn't really secure it. We just had this sitting on our lawn. Now, if you were to put this in your lawn and you have predators, if you have coyotes, if you have raccoons, if you have foxes, if you have anything, I would at least put a skirt of welded wire or hardware cloth, or I would dig and put it underneath, or like at worst, put it on the bottom so that things can't dig underneath and get them. Other than that, I think this is a pretty nice little coop. You know, like I said, it's not necessarily our cup of tea because we have too many chickens for this. But again, if you are first starting out with a chicken or 2 or 3, and you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I would say this is about equivalent to what you're going to get for at Tractor Supply for more money. I think anybody can really do this. I think my mom could put this together.
This is my mother-in-law.
No.
Guess who's getting chickens? Aren't you so excited?
I'm so excited to be getting chicken.
Yeah, that's, I think, the nesting box.
Yep.
So we'll put pine shavings in there.
So pine shavings go in here, and then that looks like a little drawer.
Tractor Supply makes a very similar coop to this. It's like basically the same footprint, but in my opinion, this has a few improvements over that coop because we've had one of those. These little hinges are like spring-loaded, so it would be harder for a predator to open it themselves because it'll just snap right back. And then another thing that this has that the Tractor Supply didn't have is this clear plastic, so they get sunlight down there but not water, so this will take longer to get muddy and nasty, which is nice. And then the other thing I noticed that this is better, this is going to seem small and stupid, but this little flap is going to keep water from getting into that little crack. The Tractor Supply coop doesn't have this little flap, and water just runs right down there. So a few improvements. I would say it's like of similar quality. This little window is so cute. Good starter coop for you guys.
Good starter coop. And then where do you collect eggs from? Here. In there. Okay.
Oh, it's latched.
I latched it. Yeah.
Yep. And you'll probably want to put their food and water down below because you don't want to have water ever up here because it'll create moisture up here, which could make them sick.
So put the water where the grass is.
Down there. Yeah.
And is it better for them to just have the coop on grass like this, or should there be some sort of base?
No, grass is good. They'll rip up and eat all the grass wherever it goes.
Right.
And then some people with a coop like this would put like a little electric netting around it to keep predators out of the area. That way they could free range. And the other thing that would be nice if you did that is then you could move this. So like leave it here for a week, not let them destroy your grass, but eat some of it and then move them. Because this is so light and easy to move.
Right.
That's why some coops come with wheels on them.
Right.
And here we have the new residents.
I wonder if Pebbles did that or if it came like that.
Oh. I wouldn't be surprised though, given how she just was with the chickens.
Yeah, she's spirited.
Oh, it's nice here.
Yeah.
You're gonna paint them, right?
Gonna paint?
We're gonna paint, yeah.
All right, so what do you guys think?
Cute.
I think it's a very cute coop.
Cute coop.
Cute coop. Looks like there's all sorts of doors and openings that make this coop very easy to work with. Oh, she's sitting on the silky.
Okay, so thanks for sending this coop to us. We appreciate it. Hopefully you found this little review and demo helpful. I'm glad that you guys have chickens now.
Yeah, we're excited to have chickens.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks very much for watching this video. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
And they didn't label any. I think my mother-in-law could put this together without any help. Without any help. I mean, they're both strong. Maybe I'll just cut that part. Cut that. Cut, 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 cut.
So that's filming now?
Well, yeah, but it's filming you.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, hang on.